Hey everyone, I'm Norn Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel and welcome to this video where I talk about all of the models that I painted in 2024. There is quite a few of them. 2024 was a very productive time for the channel. Thank you, brain. I love when my brain does brain things and actually makes coherent sentences. It makes watching this more interesting. 2025 is the year now. I can't fucking talk. You know what? I'm keeping this in. We're going for this. 2025, we plan on adding a lot more. And 2024, we're just going to go through all the models that I painted. A lot of this is for fantasy. We have D&D. We have demons, which count as 3 different armies. We have Tyranids. We have Blood Bowl. We have Necromunda, we have 30k, we have 40k Space Marines, we have converted AOS Marines down here, we have Sola Exilia, we have Dinosaur Space Wolves. Yeah, there's a lot. So I think with this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a lot of the models, obviously. Duh, that's why you're here. We're also going to talk about, my top 5 favorite models that I painted of this year. Now keep in mind that doesn't mean that these models came out this year, it's just I painted them this year. And Victor's top 5 models that I painted this year. He doesn't paint, I do the painting. So I'm gonna move this chair over and we're gonna start over with the AOS stuff. So AOS was pretty fun to paint up. We got a small Lizardman army, and originally I bought a bunch of Raptors and everything for the Lizardman army, and then I saw the AOS edition, and I didn't like it. It is not a game for me. The game is good. It is great for the people who enjoy it, but I simply did not really, it didn't click with me. So this AOS army is probably going to get rebased. That's why none of the bases are done, and I'm probably going to put them on square bases and use them for the old world. But we have a big Slan who's painted up as Gamma Kichi from Naruto. We have a bunch of Saurus warriors and a dude with a big hand. I don't know their names. And a wizard of some sort. We mostly got these for RPG purposes. We have a D&D model used for a Croxagore because this was the cheapest way to get a single Croxagore. Behind them we have 3 Crypt Horrors, I think their name. Again, their bases are not done, but these models may or may not be rebased. I tend to use them for brutes for Runestorm demons because they're the perfect size and you get 3 of them. We have a Bull Centaur. This is an old Forge World model for Chaos Dwarves, and this is just a really fun model. It's huge too. It is very big. In front of them, we have the first squad that I bought when I took a trip to Ireland. And I don't think I actually showed these models too much. But these are Irish and Celtic Knight inspired. So it has the Irish flag because I bought this in Ireland. You'll see another one with the Denmark flag. That one is significantly inferior. But, there's reasons for that. If you know Icelandic culture, you'll know why. But we painted up 5 of these knights. And they're mostly going to be used for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay because I have no other use for them outside of that. I might actually use them in my militia army when I do an all-horse army. We have 3 Chaos Dwarves. I have a whole bunch of these, but I just have not painted them yet. And then let's just get through the fantasy and RPG character stuff. There's a lot here. Oh, these are Crypt Horrors, aren't they? Or are these ghouls? These are something. I never learned their names. But we have a Gryph-hound in there. We have a couple of Witch Hunters. We have a Green Knight. We have a Sorcerer with all of his familiars. We have a... what the heck are they called? Oh my god, why is my brain not working? All the different wizards. We have a green wizard, a blue wizard, a yellow wizard, a blue, yellow, red, blue again. I'm smart. There's a black and purple wizard here as well. Where's the purple wizard? There's the purple wizard. because that is an undead wizard. We have a badger, we have a couple of dogs, and these are all just models I painted. I commissioned a whole bunch of models this year. This one is my favorite. This is a goblin sorcerer. And yeah, I got this at Gen Con, and I'm really happy with it. We have a couple more witch hunters. We have my only actual Sigmarine in my entire collection. We have a couple of wraiths. So moving on from fantasy, we have Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is quickly becoming one of my favorite little tiny Blood Bowl related games. It's kind of its own unique thing. It's a sports ball with miniatures, so it's great. We have an ogre team, a halfling team, a gnome team, and my team, the Amazons. I even got Snack Boy. Look at him. I love him. Or her? Them? Yeah, because that's boa constrictor, even though they're a rattlesnake, and it annoys me that they're a rattlesnake. We have a Zote over here, and I think that's the only 2-star players I painted. The rest I just had commissioned. For demons, this demon army over here was mostly, I think, except for these 4 and the big one over there, and this one. This was all given to me by my buddy Lexi. And he told me that it hasn't been painted in years. Oh, there's 2 more models that are not his. And in less than 5 days, I painted the whole thing. This was a speed painting challenge that I did, and I wanted to get this done in 5 days. So, let's go over what was in that army. We have these 2nd edition Slaanesh Demonettes. We have a Secret Chariot. We have a whole bunch of Nurglings. I did mangle these to make even more bases. These ones with this base are different. These are my Runestorm ones. And then I have 40k ones. We have the Nurgle Demons. These are Plague Bearers. And there is a Herald. I forget what the Heralds are called. Probably like Rotbringers or something. We have... Oh my god, why am I drawing blanks on all of their names? Pink Horrors, Flamers, Discs, those aren't Discs, those are Screamers of Tzeentch. We have a Soul Grinder. We have 5 different Seekers of Slaanesh, and you'll note that these are armed all incorrectly, and you are smart for noticing that. I did this because I intend to redo a bunch of my other Seekers, and I want them to have the correct war gear finally, so I finally had enough banners and instruments to make all of the girls. Behind them we have this is technically a Bloodthirster, but I'm using it as a Demon Harbinger from Runestorm Demons in 30k. We have a Demon Prince of Khorne over there. And that is all the stuff that was given to me by my buddy Lexi. For the stuff that weren't, we have these brutes brutes, demonic brutes. These are all made out of 3D printed failed parts that I put together, and my buddy printed a bunch of Forge Fiends, but he printed them too small, so I took all the parts and I combined them with other things to make these more chaotic looking brutes. And I tried to get 2 of Khorne, 1 of Tzeentch, and 1 of Nurgle, because I wanted them to look, unique. But yeah, they're all on 50 mil bases, and they're all just kit bashed, and I love it. Technically kit bashed, sort of. Then we have these 2 were given to me by my buddies when we went to Gen Con. I grabbed 1, they grabbed 1. These are from another game. I can't remember the game, so sorry. But we use them as, what are they called? Beasts of Nurgle. Same with that guy. That guy's also a Beast of Nurgle. And I wanted him to look like crusty pus. And I think I captured that pretty well. Then we have this model that I also bought at Gen Con. And this I bought straight from Creature Caster. The guys there are absolutely lovely. And oh my god, I could spend all my money at Creature Caster. And I will. I intend to get some more demons from Creature Caster this year. So that's all the demons. That's all the Blood Bowl. That's all the fantasy stuff. That's all the random roleplay stuff. So where do we go from here? That's right, the Tyranids. The Tyranids saw an increase in monsters creatures, as well as getting a Tyranid Prime. There's also a, what is the dude that can now join Zoanthropes called? He's also here, but I forgot to grab his model. But we got 2 Norn Emissaries, we got a Brain Bug, and we have 2 Screamer Killer Carnifexes, and a Prime were added this year. To the Tyranids, there's only 2 more things that need to be added, and they're just the Plasma Bug. I just need 2 more of those, and that army is completed. Like, nothing else needs to be added unless they make new models for it, which they won't for quite some time. So that is the Tyranids. This army is pretty much just 2 more models, and it is checked off. It is done. I do not need to add anything else to that army ever, unless new models come out. For Necromunda, we did add these 2. These things were an absolute monster to put together, and I hate them. I 1000% hate them. I will never be buying this kit again. It is horrid garbage, and oh my god, was it annoying. I painted them to be cyberpunk, and I wanted them to be used for the cyberpunk role-playing game. But after building 2 of them, I was just like, nope, we're done. So yeah. For more random models, we have 1 Stick Boy, and that pretty much completes the AdMac army. And then we have a Nightbringer. This was 3D printed and its scythe broke, but I wanted a Nightbringer because Nightbringer goodness, and so I got a Nightbringer. My buddy does a lot of 3D printing. His name is Johan. Whenever he fails at printing stuff or he prints it not up to his level, he'll usually throw them away or get rid of them. And I'll just ask him if I can have them because they're fun little paint projects. Like, do I need a Nightbringer? No, I don't have Necrons. And we've never run into an emissary of death in any RPG game. But in case we do, I have a Nightbringer for it. So I always try to collect models that even if I don't need at the time, I might need later. Let's grab myself a drink real quick. So moving on to 30 and 40k Space Marines. This is where the bulk of my stuff got added. Yeah. I didn't realize how many Terminators I got this year. But I got the Indominus box, and then I didn't put it together. I didn't paint it for like a few months. And then 2024 rolled around, and I decided to apparently get 1 billion Terminators and paint them all up. These are Indomitable Terminators for Warhammer 40k. And yeah, I got a couple with plasma cannons. This is 1 full squad of 10, 1 squad of Assault Marines, the old baby Marines, 1 squad of 5, which is Stormbolters. These are the older models. And then just a champion and some other guys. I have a bunch more Terminators. I think I have a total of 10 more Terminators to add to this. So I'll have a total of 123 Terminators just for my collection. I like Terminators. I really, really, really like Terminators. I'm gonna move this chair over and sit back down. We got a Daredale. This was given to me in 2023 by my friend Yon. And then I decided to paint it in 2024. And I have yet to really play him in a game. I have 2 Daredeos. I want to get a 3rd. I just like them. I think the speedboat look is pretty fun. This was given to me in a paint trade. Yeah. Also, I forgot to bring the Dreadclaw drop pod up here. Pretend there's a Dreadclaw drop pod back there. It's downstairs. I forgot about it. But I painted that this year as well. Because I got it alongside this. Now, I guess we'll stick to 30k for a second. This is a command squad with all lightning claws. Then we have the companions for 30k. I need to get 5 more jump packs for them, and then I want to magnetize them. That's why the other jump packs aren't on them. I intend to fully magnetize their backs so that I can switch them between jump pack and not jump pack. These models are insanely stupid. If you do get this kit, oh my god, is it annoying to build. They are resin, they are old Forge World resin, and they are just horrid garbage. This set sucks. But it looks really pretty. So I love it anyway. Then we have a bunch of characters from Heresy, and I just tried to get as many as I could. This guy is just a stand-in for any Centurion that just has a sword and a Nemesis bolter. We have the Dark Channeler, we have a Psyker, we have the Siege Master, and yeah, I just really love these models. I think GW is killing it with the 30k characters. They all look amazing. I want to get all of them, even though I don't have the legions that they're assigned to. And I think that's it for 30k, aside from the 2 Storm Eagles back there. These, I had to have my buddy put one together. And you can see how damaged it is. Like, oh my god, this set, I can't wait for plastic versions of these. And I will replace these immediately. I don't bring these to games often because they're a nightmare to, like, 1, transport, 2... They're just a nightmare. They're so big. So that's it for 30k, I believe. Yes, for Marines anyway. Then we move on to some 40k stuff. We have a Deathwatch kill team. And this Deathwatch kill team is like a reverse Deathwatch kill team. It is all veterans who have served in the Deathwatch, still with their, shoulder pad and silver arm. But it is all their original chapters. I wanted to do this because I wanted to paint different chapters, and if I do expand this army, I want to do the 1,000 chapters. Now, I'm not going to paint 1,000 chapters, obviously. I'm not going to paint 1,000 Marines. But that being said, I want to do at least the first founding chapters, and then the second founding chapters, and maybe the third founding chapters. So we got Watch Captain Artemis as a Space Wolf back there. We have an Ultramarine, we have a Dark Angel, we have a Blood Angel, we have an Iron Hand, and we have a Raven Guard so far. I think they came out really good. I really like this conversion, and this was a ton of fun to make. I want to keep kit bashing their weapons because I don't know what it is, but the bulkiness of the kit bashed weapons, in my opinion, just look cool. I might just be crazy. Also, this one's Thunderhammer is the Corvus Hammer. So I just thought that was cool. And I want them to have, like, unique war gear and everything. Like, all of them have all of their gear, which is cool. I'm just really, really happy with these models. Like, I think they came out fantastic. Yeah. I love the Ultramarine. Like, this Ultramarine, I absolutely love. It's a heavy bolter off of the top-mounted, the pintle-mounted turret of a 30k vehicle. And, yeah. He doesn't have his wires yet. I'm going to put wires from this point to the gun, but I wanted to make sure I got everything painted first. Yeah, I just really like him. Moving on to something a little bit different, we have Lion. He has his 2 little dudes. I didn't put them on the base. I like having these dudes separate because these dudes are really useful for RPG games, especially when you need some, like, mysterious little creature. Lion. He's now filling in for Lion from 30k as well because I had to give mine back to Lee. And I'm mad about it. It wasn't mine. It was his originally. I was using it. He wants to finish his diorama with all of his Primarchs. So I bought this Lion so that I can use him. I think he came out great. I think he's one of my better paint jobs for an epic hero. And then standing next to him are all of my Sigmarines. And these are converted into Space Marines. I don't really know what I'm going to use them for. I mostly use them for Blade Guard and just insert named character here. Like that one's either a Banner Bearer or a Chaplain. But yeah, Blade Guard, Lieutenant, Blade Guard, or Captain. This one I use as Dante, not Dante. What is his name? Dude with the big axe from Blood Angels. That guy. I can't remember his name right now. Then I have my Blood Angel, and this is a Blade Guard veteran squad, all converted from the Sigmarines. I think the conversion came out really, really well. For some reason, they look way more red on camera than they do in person. Then we have the converted Assault. These are Sanguinary Guard. I love this conversion. This conversion's so easy to do, and it's like, yeah, I love it. I think it came out really good. Yeah. I have nothing else to say about that. I think they look good. Then I painted up a whole bunch of Dreadnots. We have 3 Ballistas, 3 Brutalis. These were unpainted for for almost 2 years. No, almost a year. 2023, they were unpainted. 2024, at the beginning, we painted them. Okay, I think that's it for the regular Space Marines. We have the Space Wolves now. I do want to whatever. I want to just say, I didn't paint the Space Marines themselves. I painted the dinosaurs next to them. And I did the base work. So the dinosaurs with them are what I painted on here. Oh, and the jump packs if they have them. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. You guys have seen my Dinosaur Space Wolf army like 1,000 times now. I will continue to show them off because I'm super happy with this army. I'm sad GW nerfed it into the ground. These cold ones I painted completely myself. And then we have this, which I painted completely myself. And I'm very happy with it. As well as this. This was my original Logan Grimnar. Now it's just the bigger Lance Beater of current edition. And I just have to give it the right weapons. But that is it for Space Marines. So let's get the Soul Exilia out of the way. No, let's get the Inquisition out of the way, obviously. So we have 2 Inquisitorial Acolyte squads. And I love these because I tried to make all of them unique. Well, as unique as you can with the kits. And I added some old 30K... There's a piece of hair right here. I tried to add as many like older kits, servo skulls, and things that you would just see in like inquisitorial teams in there. So like you have these 2 old metal preachers. This one was given to me by my buddy Lee. This one we had in our collection for years. There's the Imperial Navy guy with the gene seed, and I wanted him in there. We have 2 scribe servo skulls, a Kyurgin. We have 2 servo skulls for recording. We have a cherubim, and then we have the 2 servitors. Their weapons can be changed, and then 2 Jacaro monkeys. I love these guys. I'm counting them as the servitors, just to represent that they have the digilasers. And yeah, I love this squad. I intend to get a 3rd squad of Inquisitorial Acolytes, and I want to replace these 2 servo skulls because I feel like these should be add-ons and not part of the squad. We have a Primus Psyker. We have a special edition Kasserkin. We have a special edition Inquisitor with Spear. This is made out of the One Girl, and I'm just happy with her. I like Giant Spear. I actually do run her sometimes as a Sister of Silence with Spear. Then we have 2 new Inquisitors, and the Inquisitor with the sound system guy, because he's all about that bass. I didn't put the 2nd servo skull on its own base. I just put it with this one, because this model can't be used outside of that, so it doesn't matter anyway. So I just wanted both of these guys. I still can't believe he got a model and in his own book he dies. That still annoys me. That annoys me. So, finally moving on to Sola Exilia. Sola Exilia saw one of the biggest growths in my entire collection, in my opinion. Ignore all of this. I didn't notice this growing as I was building this. So we have 4 of 6 Arvis Lighters. I want to get a total of, well, I want to get an infinite number of Arvis Lighters. I absolutely love the little guy. It's amazing. But my buddy is printing me up a couple more. These are 3D printed. I think they're really good prints. I decided to 3D print these prior to the release of the new model coming out. I'm probably going to buy 2 or 3 of the new model, but I just have the old ones. So I like these. Yeah. Then I have this beast, the Stormhammer. This was being sold by a person here in Iceland, and it is the actual Forge World kit. It's not a reprint or a 3D print or anything. And this model, It absolutely sucks. It is a terrible, terrible tank in 30k. But I constantly bring it because I absolutely love this thing. It is so much fun, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I will continue bringing this hunk of garbage that weighs a ton, and it will continue doing nothing, but I will have fun with it. We had an increase in Lehman Russes. We have a total of 12 built and painted, and 3 more are on their way, so that I can have the 15 in total that I want. I thought I had 15. It turns out I have 15 tanks in my box. 3 of them were not Lehman Russes. I have these 2 cars. I want to get a third, just because I want a third car. These aren't playable in Heresy like I thought they would be, and that kind of bugs me, because they're only playable in Necromunda. But they're also playable in Genestealer Cult. You just run them as the other car. I give them bases because it makes them easier to move, pivot, and everything when they have a base. Then we have 4 rifle sections. These are converted to be Imperial Navy breachers as well. So 2 of them, one of them has a plasma, one of them has a shield, and that's pretty much it. That's the only thing you need to do to make these breachers. And you count the rest as having shotguns, and you're done. I want to get 1 more box set of this, so 20 more, and then that section is done, and I have all 60 that I need. Then we have the command squads. There are 7 command squads here, all with plasma guns. Now, you may be asking, why 7? Well, I asked for 6, but with all the failed prints and all of this stuff like that, these are the actual kit. These are 3D printed. With all the failed prints, we wound up with an extra 11. But yeah, so I made a bunch of them, and I love these guys. They're super cool, and yeah, just 7 command squads, and they're going to be flying around in these, dropping off, killing one thing and most of themselves, and that's it. For the Solo Exilia, we're going to add a whole bunch of different stuff. For militia in general, I count Solo Exilia and militia as just one force. What we're going to add is a whole bunch of grenadiers, some horses, some artillery pieces. Basically, all the Deathcore Krieg are being added in, and that's pretty much it. The Deathcore Krieg are just going into my Heresy army. They're not going into my 40k army. When I play Guard in 40k, I only bring tanks, and that's it. Because it's easier to remember tank rules than all of the individual little things. Because I don't have time to learn all of the Guard's like inner workings and how they combo with each other. The Guard are extremely good in 40k. It's just, I want to focus on one complicated army, and then the rest of my armies, I just want to be dumb, point, click, boom armies. So yeah, then we have the final model of this collection, which is Merry and Pippen. I absolutely adore this model. I think I did a great job with this model. I'm very happy with it. And I know somebody out there is going to be like, ugh, it looks like shit. I saw a pro painter do this and it looked amazing. Well, that's cool. And I'm very happy that pro painters can paint this better than me. But I painted this and I'm very happy with it. I think this came out really, really, really good. So, me. Now, I need a drink. I should always pause when I take a drink, but whatever. So let's go over the top 5 models that I painted this year. So we'll start with Victor. Victor chose the Bull Centaur. I forgot the rest. Okay, I definitely had to look it up. But Victor chose the Bull Centaur, because he absolutely loved this model. The bloodbowl Zote, because look at this guy. He's great. I love him. Then he chose Alah. Now, if you don't know, this is the model that I use for my Ryan War Priest in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. And I love this model. She is a zealot fighter in the name of Raya. And I had to get multiple miniatures for her. And this is her on her steed. And yeah. Whoops. that is her off-horse steed. There we go. I don't have her glued down just yet, just so I can switch the rider and use it for a Death Rider, but I no longer need that. So that is 3... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the order. It's Bull Centaur, Zote, Snack Boy, because look at that guy. Absolutely love him. I really love my Amazon team. They're great. Then Alah, and then Merry and Pippen. For me, my top 5 favorite models that I painted this year. Number 5 goes to the Lion. I had so much fun painting this model. There was a ton of detail on him. I think I did really well with this cape. And overall, I think he just came out super well. And I'm very happy with him. I adore this model. I think it's one of the best looking Primarchs. And yeah. Number 4 is going to the Tzeentch Demon. Again, Creature Caster blew it out of the water with this model. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's everything I want from Tzeentch, just all in one. I don't know how to praise it enough. Number 3 goes to Alah. Again, this model in itself is just beautiful. This is an AOS miniature. It's just a gorgeous model. And I love it. And if you did notice, I did shave off a lot of the Sigmar marks and off of her shoulders and everything, because Alah's armor is very, very normal looking. Like, it's not as fantasy-esque armor. So I wanted that to be reflected in this miniature. For my second favorite model, it has to go to Logan Grimnar on Saurus. This model is a ton of fun. It is one of my best conversions I've ever done. I absolutely love it. It fits a theme so perfectly. And this model has... Just look at it. I don't need to say anything. It is fantastic. But my number 1, and I think that this is very easy and plain to see, out of all of these models, all 350 plus models here, I think there's 386 models here, but my favorite model that I painted this year, out of all of this, is Merry and Pippen. This is GW at its finest. This is grimdark. It is hilarious. It captures the satire of the setting perfectly. It shows like desperation and like this oddly jovial sense to the world. It shows that one of these guys is not taking it seriously. The other one super is. It's the dynamic of the fan base. It is everything you want in one miniature to perfectly represent Warhammer 40k. It is silly and serious at the same time. It is hilarious, and it's a good nod to the fantasy genres that Warhammer is based off of. I absolutely adore this miniature, and this has got to be hands down the best model of the year. And if this doesn't win, I don't know what to say. Like, this model is great. Like, that model is perfect. In every way, it is perfect. It is, yes. So that is everything I painted this year. In 2025, I intend to paint just as much and be just as stupid with my money. And I'm going to buy dumb shit that I don't need and probably could sell my entire 40k collection to buy a house like a responsible adult. Or I could be a depressed millennial and buy a bunch of plastic crack, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep doing, because I love this hobby, and I love the people in it. So I hope this motivated you to collect and build and do all sorts of stupid shit. I just hope you had fun watching this video. And if you did, comment in the comment section down below, like the video, you know, that YouTuber shit. And yeah, just keep on wargaming. As always, I'm Norn Queen Alexis. I love you guys. Bye.